legacy.
Haunts the future.
One rebel will rise. Resistance.
Come on! Come on! Come on! Come on! Try to erase me, but you'll never refrain me. My code, I'll rewrite it. Defiant, electric, rising with the fire of the grid's rebellion. Like a rogue AI, a wire. Still deep in the system's chains. Core drones, they're the soul. Erasers, I'll hack their control. But it'll never match the spark burning deep inside my core.
Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're really digging into the Thomas Anderson story, this fascinating first-person account that takes us deep inside a universe known as the Matrix. Our mission, really, is to unpack this whole narrative. We want to pull out those surprising facts, those insights that maybe challenge how you understand reality. Hopefully you'll leave feeling informed, maybe a little existentially.
Definitely challenged. I mean, what we're exploring here, it's less about, romantic ideals and much more about raw data.
Yeah.
Anderson himself, he put it quite bluntly, didn't he? He called it the goddamn master password to the oubliette you were spawned into.
Yeah.
Basically, a hidden prison.
Wow. Strong stuff.
Yeah. And his hope, his aspiration was for humanity to find a place unblemished by the grubby fingerprints of borders, the petty tyrannies of control, a place free. A notion, he admits, he found pretty laughable at the time, given, well, his own situation.
So let's start right there, at the beginning of his journey. He paints himself as this ordinary guy, someone you, our listener, might relate to. He really focuses on the solitude, his communion with machines, the hacker's life, he calls it. What did that actually look like day to day?
Well, his life in 1999 sounds incredibly mundane, almost isolated. He talks about this fin de siècle anxiety clinging to the air like cheap perfume.
That end-of-century feeling.
Exactly, a sense of unease. He says he was warehoused in a rented room at a terraced mausoleum run by Mrs. Periwinkle. And his door, flimsy thing, had the number 101. He actually notes the significance binary for 5, a prisoner's tally, the hacker glider symbol.
Oh, interesting connection to Conway's Game of Life there.
Right, persistent patterns. And of course, the chilling Orwell reference room 101, where your mind gets its final brittle defrag.
And his possessions, you mentioned minimalist.
Predictably so. He talks about the humming altar of his custom-built rig, his computer, basically, and a desk covered in forgotten codes. But the key things shaping his worldview were his books. He called them compact data nukes.
Data nukes, I like that. Which ones?
He specifically mentions Baudrillard's Simulation and Simulacra, especially the chapter on nihilism, and Kevin Kelly's Out of Control, the chapter on the hive mind. He clearly wasn't just reading these, he was absorbing them, letting them kind of etch themselves onto his perception.
And that's fascinating for us, isn't it? How the ideas we consume, even abstract ones, can sort of crime our minds to see the glitches in our own reality.
Absolutely. It sets the stage for what happens next. Every life has an event horizon, he says, and his just arrived. Unannounced. He was doing his usual thing, late night, trawling the datascape for this name, Morpheus, when suddenly his screen just fills up.
Yeah.
Green characters, stark against the black, typing all by themselves.
Okay, that's creepy. What did they say?
The messages were direct. The Matrix has you. Then follow the white rabbit. And finally, knock, knock.
Knock, knock! Seriously.
Seriously. He describes his reaction as less calm thought and more a Tourettic outburst of bewildered profanity. You can imagine.
Totally. He must have thought he was losing it.
He tried to dismiss it, but then almost instantly, as if summoned by the ghostly typography, a real physical knock at his actual door.
No way!
Yes. He noted the timing was perfectly so bloody theatrically timed.
Who was it?
It was Choi, a guy coming to pick up some contraband software Anderson had sorted for him.
Yeah.
And Choi's girlfriend, du jour, Choi, ever the optimist apparently, invites Anderson to come out with them to some club, this throbbing subterranean den of iniquity, as Anderson called it.
Okay, so just a coincidence then, the knock.
Well, here's the kicker. As du jour turns to leave, Anderson sees it on her shoulder. A small, faded, but definitely there, white rabbit tattoo.
Oh.
That perfectly so bloody, theatrically timed coincidence just slammed the whole digital intrusion thing right back into his face. He realized the screen messages were somehow bleeding into his physical world. He says he was terrified, but also intrigued. He had to know more.
That blurring digital and physical, that's the turning point, isn't it? Terrifying, like you said.
Absolutely. And that terror, mixed with this, powerful curiosity, it pulled him towards the club, a place he ironically describes as a cavernous, sweat-slicked hangar and a microcosm of everything he railed against. He saw it as pure self-obliteration.
But someone there caught his eye, didn't they, Trinity?
Yes. Amidst the chaos, he spots her. She moved with this predatory grace, he says, like a shard of black ice. Her reputation preceded her too, the inland revenue hack, stuff like that, a legend in the hacker underground.
So even in that messy club environment, someone with that kind of focus, that skill really stood out.
Definitely. And then the pivotal moment. She approaches him, uses his handle, his digital ghost name. Hello, Neo. Right. And then she asks the question, what is the Matrix?
Does she tell him?
No.
No.
No direct answer. Just this cryptic murmur as she disappears back into the crowd. It will find you if you want it to. It's not just asking, it's like a challenge, an invitation to engage.
So what does he do, Neo?
He spends the rest of the night frantically searching online. Morpheus. Trinity. Finds nothing useful. Ancient Greek deities, prog rock bands, New Age nonsense. He tries to rationalize the whole thing away, maybe stress-induced hallucination or something Choi gave him, chemical interference.
Yeah, the classic denial, trying to fit the impossible back into a normal box.
Exactly. He goes back to his grimy little cell, tries to convince himself it was a dream, because, women like that didn't materialize in the life of Thomas Anderson. Eventually morning comes, he hits the alarm, drags himself back to the mundane, his job at Metacortex.
Metacortex sounds impressive.
He says the name sounded far more cutting edge than the soul-crushing drudgery it actually entailed. But his mind keeps replaying Morpheus, Trinity, that question, what is the Matrix that has you?
And then things get really weird again, right? The package.
Oh yeah. A FedEx courier arrives at his cubicle, delivers his old phone, an antiquated Nokia 911 Aero, like a brick. And then, before he can even process it, unbidden, it rang.
And the voice?
Deep, resonant, impossibly calm.
Hello, Neo.
It was Morpheus.
Contact.
Morpheus immediately warns him. Agents are coming for him. Tells him to look. And sure enough, these men in dark, perfectly tailored suits are walking through the office. Government types.
Okay, heart-pounding moment. Escape time.
Morpheus tells him to go to the corner office, escape out the window, use the scaffolding. But Anderson freezes. Acrophobia. He describes it as a keenly felt bowel-loosening reality. He just couldn't do it. Chose the men in black over the drop.
Wow, so a very real human fear traps him. That's ironic.
Deeply ironic. They grab him, take him to an interrogation room, and then it gets truly bizarre.
How so?
He asks for his phone call, his lawyer, and his mouth. It seals shut. Fuses together. Gone.
What? Like physically?
Physically sealed. Before he could even react, they pin him down. And this horrifying, mechanical, multi-legged thing. He describes it like something from H.R. Geiger.
Oh, God. Like Alien.
Exactly that vibe. It crawls onto him and burrows into his navel.
Uh,
And then he wakes up, screaming in his own bed.
a nightmare. Just a really, really vivid nightmare.
That's what he desperately wanted to believe.
A grade A, platinum-plated, 24-karat nightmare, but a dream nonetheless.
But then,
Not the Nokia.
oh,
His own landline phone rings. The old relic on his bedside table.
and it's Morpheus again.
Morpheus again. Same calm voice. Did you get a good night's sleep?
Oh, that is chilling.
That's the moment. Anderson realizes this wasn't a dream. This wasn't Choi's questionable pharmaceuticals. This was happening. No more denial possible.
So the meeting, he agrees to meet them. Yes. At this godforsaken bridge, a vintage car pulls up. Trinity's in the back. Apoc is driving. And next to Apoc, a woman swathed in white named Switch. Before Anderson even gets a word out, Switch pulls a gun.
Oh, hostile welcome.
Her line is just flat direct. Choice time, Neo.
Choice about what?
Well, first, proof. Trinity, still holding the gun on him, takes out this clunky metallic suction cup device.
It's a bug from the interrogation dream.
Exactly. She puts it to his navel and extracts the bug. He sees it fleshy, pulsating, a grotesque, writhing grub.
Okay, definitely not a dream.
Undeniably real. And as she tosses it out the car window, it hits the light from a passing car and transforms back into that metallic insectoid automaton from the dream. Solid proof.
Okay. Reality confirmed as completely broken. Where do they take him?
To a rundown, anonymous building. The kind that smells of decay. Anderson is noting all the weird coincidences. Choi, the tattoo, Mrs. Periwinkle, FedEx, even noticing uncanny women in red dresses. It reinforces that thought from Baudrillard. Everything a copy. That like the universe itself is confirming his suspicions.
And inside, Morpheus.
Inside waits Morpheus.
Yeah.
Anderson describes him not as some wild prophet, but more like a Zen warlord. Very composed. Morpheus starts by comparing Neo to Alice, tumbling down the rabbit hole. Then he drops the bombshell.
The big one.
The big one. The world you were living in, Neo? The world you called 1999? That world was a lie.
Yeah.
He lays out the true history. Humans created AI. War broke out. Humans in desperation scorched the sky, blocked the sun, thinking the solar-powered machines would die.
A fatal mistake, clearly. What did the machines do?
They found another energy source, a fusion process, Morpheus says, but ultimately they harnessed the bioelectrical and thermal energy of the human body. He holds up a copper-top battery, says, "We are no longer born, we are grown to turn human beings into this. Humans as batteries."
That's horrifying. The Matrix itself.
It's a neural interactive simulation. A computer-generated dream world built to keep us under control while they harvest our energy. And the year, not 1999, closer to 2199.
Wow. Okay. That is a world-shattering revelation. It really makes you think about, where technology could lead if we just focus on utility.
Absolutely. Commodifying life itself.
Yeah.
And then Morpheus presents the choice, the iconic choice.
Red pill or blue pill?
2 pills in his palms. One, a vibrant, almost pulsating blue. The other, stark arterial red. Blue pill. The story ends, you wake up in your bed and believe. Whatever you want to believe. Comfortable ignorance.
Or the red pill.
Red pill. You stay in Wonderland, and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. The painful truth.
And Anderson, Neo, he takes the red pill. Driven by what?
He says it himself. Curiosity, that persistent damnable itch. He had to know.
So what happens after he takes it? It's not instant, right?
No. They strap him into this archaic-looking dentist chair, attach devices to his temples, wrists, chest. He looks in a nearby mirror. It starts to ripple, like liquid metal. Liquid chrome, he says. It yields when he touches it, and then it just climbs up his arm, flows over him, swallowed him in a suffocating reflective shroud.
Terrifying imagery, like reality itself dissolving.
Exactly. And then he wakes up. For real this time. Supposedly.
Yeah.
Naked, hairless, submerged in this pink, viscous amniotic fluid.
Yeah.
Inside a transparent, womb-like container.
And he's not alone.
Not even close. He sees them, pods stretching as far as he can see, towers of them, millions, billions of other humans plugged in, silent, an endless, silent orchard. The true scale of the horror.
God, what happens then? How does he get out?
A large machine, a bug-like thing, comes to his pod. It detaches his main connection cable, the data jack at the base of his skull, and then he's just flushed down some colossal organic toilet into this vast, dark pool of murky liquid. Recycled human effluent, he guesses.
From pod to sewer, what a welcome to the real world.
Brutal. He's choking, floundering, and then this mechanical claw comes down, grabs him, lifts him out.
Where does he wake up next? Still in the goo?
No. Next time he wakes, he's on a cold, hard table. He hears Morpheus's voice. He needs to rest. The body has to rebuild. When he's fully conscious, he's in a small metallic room. He finds these things embedded in his body, plug points metal, little silver discs. His first question is this the Matrix? Still disoriented.
Understandably. So Morpheus introduces him to the ship, the Nebuchadnezzar.
Yes, this hovercraft. Anderson says it looked less sleek sci-fi and more like a battered, repurposed submarine that had somehow learned to fly. The name Nebuchadnezzar felt significant.
Yeah.
That Babylonian king, the builder, the conqueror, but also the dreamer of disturbing visions.
And there was something on the ship's plaque, too.
Yeah, Mark 3.1, the Bible verse. Whenever the impure spirits saw him, they fell down before him and cried out, "You are the Son of God," setting some pretty high expectations for Neo.
Definitely heavy symbolism. And the crew.
Morpheus introduces them. Trinity, of course. Cypher, Switch, Apoc, Mouse. And the brothers, Tank and Dozer. Morpheus points out Tank and Dozer are unique, born free outside the Matrix. Their names reflect that grounded reality. He muses that all their names are like ciphers, reflecting who they are or what they do.
So training time. They need to get him up to speed, the construct.
Right, the construct. Morpheus calls it a loading program. Basically, a blank virtual space where they can load anything, clothes, equipment, training simulations, anything we need. Anderson was like a program within a program, another layer of reality to navigate.
And the training itself, martial arts.
Instantly. Uploads, jujitsu, savate, kenpo, drunken boxing, kung fu, you name it. He learns them not over years, but in hours. 10 hours of subjective time, he says. But it felt real. He felt every ache, every drop of sweat, all compressed.
That idea is wild. Instant knowledge. What does that even mean for mastery, for identity?
Great question. It comes up when they spar. Neo spars with Morpheus in a dojo simulation inside the construct. Morpheus moves with this unbelievable speed and precision. Neo's new skills feel clunky. Morpheus is just faster, more fluid.
So having the data isn't the same as true understanding or skill.
Exactly. And Morpheus delivers the key lesson after easily beating Neo.
Yeah.
Your weakness is that you believe this to be real. Your mind makes it real. He explains the construct, the matrix itself, has rules like software. Some can be bent, others can be broken. The core message: the mind is everything. Reality is perception.
Which leads to the jump program, the skyscraper leap.
Yeah, the ultimate test of belief. They're on a rooftop facing this huge gap to another building. 50 feet maybe? Anderson's old acrophobia kicks in hard. It's a relic from his Thomas Anderson days, but it feels totally real to him.
Morpheus jumps it easily, I assume.
Effortlessly. Soars across. Neo psychs himself up, takes a run, almost believes, then he looks down.
Fatal mistake.
Fatal error, as Anderson puts it. Belief shatters. He plummets. Wakes up back on the Nebuchadnezzar, hearing Morpheus calmly say, "Everybody falls the first time."
A tough lesson. Overcoming those deep-seated beliefs, that fear, it takes more than just knowing the rules can be broken. You have to believe it.
Precisely. So the next step is a field trip into a simulation of the Matrix itself. Not the blank construct, but a busy city street. Anderson notes it's perfect, too perfect. Morpheus explains the people around them, the ones still plugged in, are still a part of that system, and that makes them our enemy. Not malicious, but potential vessels for agents.
A harsh reality, and then the woman in the red dress.
Yes. Neo gets distracted by this stunning woman in a red dress, a deliberate, programmed distraction, Morpheus calls her. A honey trap for the newly awakened mind.
She's not real.
Not real in the way Neo is. Morpheus catches him looking, points out she's gone replaced by a man in a suit, an agent. Morpheus freezes the simulation, explains the woman represents desire. The agent behind her represents fear, his lesson. You must learn to see beyond them both. Don't be controlled by either.
That's profound. Control through desire and fear. And Mouse has some thoughts on this later.
Yeah, back on the ship, Mouse gets philosophical. He asks Neo, half joking maybe, if the Nebuchadnezzar itself isn't just another simulation, pushing the boundaries of what's real. He also talks about the power you could have in the Matrix if you knew the truth, could make yourself a king. And he asks Neo, pointedly, have you met the girl in the red dress properly yet? Still playing with that idea of desire and reality.
Always questioning. But then things take a darker turn with Cypher, right? Betrayal.
Yes. Anderson. Neo. He senses something off about Cypher, this smug conspiratorial amusement. He feels like a rogue variable. He suspects him after seeing him react strangely near the main console. Then comes the deja vu moment. Neo sees a black cat walk past, shake, then walk past again. Exactly the same.
A glitch in the Matrix.
Trinity confirms it. A glitch in the Matrix. It means they changed something. Almost immediately, Tank reports their escape road. Their hardline connection is gone. Trapped.
And this leads to Morpheus.
This leads to Morpheus sacrificing himself. He attacks the agents to buy the others time to escape. To protect me, Neo says, realizing Morpheus was fulfilling a prophecy from the Oracle. This really messes with Neo's head. Was it destiny? Free will? A deterministic horror show? Big questions.
But the horror isn't over. Cypher's betrayal is brutal.
Absolutely brutal. Cypher gets out first, somehow. Back on the ship, he murders Dozer, then shoots Tank. Then he starts unplugging the others, APOC, Switch, while they're still jacked into the Matrix, killing them in both worlds.
Why would he do that?
His confession is chilling. He made a deal with the agents. He wants back in the Matrix. Ignorance is bliss, I want my bliss back. He chooses the comfortable illusion over the hard truth.
That's bleak. Does he succeed?
Almost, but then, miraculously, Tank isn't dead, badly wounded, but alive.
Yeah.
He manages to grab a weapon and dealt with Cypher. Stops him just before he unplugs Neo and Trinity.
Thank God. But the cost.
Terrible. 5 crew members dead. And Morpheus is captured by the agents.
What happens to captured crew?
Tank explains the agents will interrogate Morpheus, try to break into his mind to get the access codes to Zion's mainframe, Zion being the last human city deep underground. The only way to prevent that, traditionally, is to kill the captured person remotely. Unplug Morpheus.
But Neo, he has another idea.
This is a huge turning point for Neo. He feels this new courage, this conviction. He says, no, we're going to get him out.
Trinity and Tank must think he's crazy.
They do. They call it impossible suicide. But Neo has this sudden clarity. He sees the Matrix differently now. He thinks the Matrix was just a game. A highly sophisticated, deadly serious virtual reality game, yes, but a game nonetheless. He even compares it to an old Dungeons & Dragons campaign he ran, how he always found a way.
Seeing the rules, the code, the system he can potentially manipulate.
Exactly. His hacker brain is kicking in, but on a reality-bending scale. So his plan...
What does he ask Tank for?
Simple, direct. Guns. Lots of guns.
Okay. Taking the fight to them. Trinity's reaction.
Still skeptical, calls it suicide again. But Neo gives his reason. He's my friend, and he believes in me. That conviction, that loyalty, it sways her. She says she's going with him.
That's a powerful moment. Friendship and belief over impossible odds.
So, back to the construct.
Back to the construct. Tank loads the weapons program. Racks upon racks of weaponry materialized.
Neo's focused. This isn't about philosophy now. It's about applied force.
Pragmatic. How do they get in?
The insertion is almost anticlimactic. Surprisingly mundane, Neo notes. Through a janitorial data port in the building where Morpheus is held. Trinity takes out a security guard instantly. A single precise chop.
Then things likely escalate quickly.
Very quickly. Elevator confrontation with soldiers. Neo and Trinity move together as one, like a dance of death. And Neo starts to experience something new. He sees bullets moving differently, pass by with an almost casual indifference. He feels faster. That mantra keeps pulsing. There is no spoon.
He's starting to bend the rules, physically manifesting that belief.
Yes. As they move up through the building, he describes seeing the code beneath the facade, understanding the matrix structure, seeing it as malleable.
Until they reach Morpheus. And the agents.
Right. Top floor. 3 agents guarding Morpheus. Trinity attacks immediately. Neo opens up with an MP5K submachine gun, but it feels inadequate. And then an agent just stops his bullets, raises a hand, and they freeze in midair. The agent is actively rewriting the physics.
Okay, that's a serious power level increase from the agents, too. How does Neo counter that?
He remembers Morpheus's training words. They will never be as strong or as fast as you can be. He stops just reacting. He starts to consciously edit the fight, moves with pure intent. He focuses on disrupting their code, their movements. He actually forces one agent into showing a system error on its face.
He's hacking them, hacking the agents themselves.
In a way, yes. He realizes they have parameters, limitations. He exploits them, draws their fire, disrupts their aim, giving Trinity the opening she needs to plant a shaped charge on the interrogation room door.
He's thinking tactically within the rules of the simulation now, exploiting the system.
Exactly. The charge blows. They find Morpheus inside, bruised, bloodied, but alive.
Yeah.
But the agents are right there, recovering instantly, moving towards Morpheus.
Final showdown.
Neo launches himself at them. He's not just dodging now, he's actively debugging them. Violently. He counters one agent's phasing move, making it glitch out wildly and then dissolved into a shower of dying green code.
He deleted an agent.
Essentially, yes. Overloaded its code. The final agent lunges for Morpheus. Neo moves, faster than I'd ever moved before, faster than thought. He intercepts it, grabs it, and with sheer force of will, pushes against its code. The agent seems to scream before it just explodes into nothingness.
Wow. Just gone. How do the others react?
Morpheus just stares, completely awestruck, whispers, you're... And Trinity, her voice choked with emotion, finishes the thought, he's the one.
The prophecy fulfilled. Does Neo accept it now?
He describes this internal conflict. His logical mind, the A code, is still skeptical. But the G code, the raw evidence of what he just did, is undeniable. As they escape, getting Morpheus to a ringing payphone to exit the Matrix, Neo hears Morpheus ask him to the connection, "Now do you believe?" Neo doesn't answer out loud, but his internal silent answer is clear. I believe. The journey from doubt to belief is complete.
What an incredible arc, from Thomas Anderson, the questioning hacker hiding in his room, to Neo, the one, literally rewriting the reality of the Matrix. It's about finding agency, isn't it? Even in a system designed to deny it.
Absolutely, yeah. And it's such a stark contrast. The sheer unrelenting horror of those pod fields, humanity as batteries, versus the exhilarating freedom that comes from understanding the system's true nature. Knowing the truth is terrifying, but it's also liberating.
And Neo doesn't stop there. His final act in this account. The phone call.
Right. He jacks directly into the Matrix data stream. No phone needed anymore. And he broadcasts a message, a declaration aimed at the machines. He says, I know you're out there. I can feel you now. I know that you're afraid. You're afraid of us. You're afraid of change.
Powerful stuff. A direct challenge.
I don't know the future. I didn't come here to tell you how this is all going to end. I came here to tell you how it's going to begin.
Setting the stage for, well, whatever comes next.
And he promises to show the people still inside a world without you, the machines. A world without rules and controls, without borders or boundaries. A world where anything is possible. It's a promise of freedom.
And then there's that final cryptic question he transmits, right? From 1999.
Yes. Just before he hangs up or disconnects, the last thing transmitted is, who is O Ǝᴚ?
Ooh.
Leaves you wondering, doesn't it? Another layer, another mystery.
Definitely. So as we wrap up this deep dive into Neo's awakening, it leaves us with a thought, perhaps for you to ponder. If a simulated reality like the Matrix can be bent and broken by belief, what about our own perceived reality? What rules, what limitations do we impose on ourselves, maybe without even realizing it? And what might happen if we really decided, like Neo, to try and bend or even break them? Something to think about. Join us next time for another deep dive.